Hey there. Welcome to Motorcycles and Misfits.
Recording in progress.
Remember, it's not motorcycles and people that have their shit together.
Hey there. Welcome to Motorcycles and Misfits. Coming to you from the Recycle Garage in sunny Santa Cruz, California. Another great weekend.
Summer felt like this.
California
Beautiful. Cherries are popping. I mean, that sounded terrible.
Jesus, Jim.
I got cherry trees in my... We'll have to edit that out. I did not mean that at all. I have a cherry trees in my backyard, and they did a bunch of cherries this year for the first time.
Jim.
God, it was terrible. I should just leave. I seriously did not mean that.
Okay. All right. We're
start
ready.
over?
No, I think we can do this.
Are we ready now?
I think we're ready to introduce who's here in the room, but I'm going to save the first for last.
And the last for first.
Well, actually, let's just go. We're going to go backwards. Yeah, let's go backwards. Joining me in the studio today is the lovely Douglas.
I did stuff today.
You were the only one. Thank you for doing something today.
You're most welcome.
Yeah. And drinking a Diet Coke, which makes him look skinnier. It's Naked Jim.
I think I'm starting to spin out like that squirrel in the movie a little bit. Anyway, I'll just keep my mouth more or less shut. Nice to be here.
Joining us for the third time. Yeah, rock on, everyone.
Rock
it's
on.
Shawn Thomas.
Rock on, my friends. Good to talk to you.
Yeah.
And then going around on the classy girl couch, joining us for the first time, it's Hailey Thomas.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Oh, there you go.
Well done.
All right. Also on the classy girl couch, because you won't find her anywhere else, it's Miss Emma.
Aloha, darlings. And I have a Werther's original, courtesy of Jim.
My pleasure to treat you to treats always.
Oh, you always are the treatiest, Jim.
You were always putting stuff in her mouth.
It's crazy, isn't it?
God!
He's the one talking about popping cherries.
I'm keeping my mouth shut. I'm already.
Cover your ears, Hailey.
Taxi!
Butterworth Originals. That's all we're saying here. Of course, running the board tonight is...
Or the board's running me.
Stumpy John.
Assalamu alaikum, babies.
Oh. That's a little teaser.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting excited. Hey, everyone, this is Liza. And on my right today, it's the lovely Louise.
Well, hello. I actually did stuff today, too. I raised money for men's prostate.
Thank you.
Oh, DKR!
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I was here for all of you. Most
Cheers.
of you.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
My prostate thanks you.
Yeah.
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 All two of them.
And joining us live in the flesh, it's Zach.
Hello, I exist.
Yeah.
He does
We missed
exist.
that.
And then, of course, we cannot forget everyone's favorite scooterist, it's Bagel.
Scooting ain't easy, but it's necessary.
It's like when the dog goes across the carpet on its butt.
Struggling
Scooting.
to figure out that analogy, Jim.
Bagel,
Different kind of scooting.
I'll have you know, we had a young gentleman show up at the garage today, and he said, "Is this a recycle garage? I was told to come here. I just took the MSF class, and my instructor Micah told me to come here." I'm like,
Nice.
"Yeah, come on in. Where's your bike?" He goes, "It's out on the street." I said, "Well, why don't you bring it over so we can judge you?" And he said, "Oh, well, it's just a scooter, so you know." And I went, "Scooters are awesome. Bring it on in." And he was like beaming, just like awesome.
And he brought in a Buddy 125 in minty green.
Yeah, beautiful color.
Excellent.
It was
A
very
great
minty
bike.
green,
Yeah, it was
lovely
great.
little machine, and he was very
Nice.
proud of it.
Very cool.
And he was choosing out some gear because he, of course, came here with no gear. And he picked the very high-vis jacket. And I said, good choice.
That was heated too, right?
Good choice.
Well, it kind of matches the scooter, too.
You guys,
No, I think it's illuminated.
hold on. I'm like
glows?
I was looking at this jacket. I'm like, it had a little pocket on the
Right.
sleeve, on the cuff, with a apparatus in there. It looked like a little iPod or something.
Yeah, I saw that too. What was it?
And
I was wondering what
I was
that
like,
was.
wait, what is that? And I pull it out, and it's connected to wires, and it has controls. and it looks like it's an illuminated jacket, and this is the
was
control
donated?
for it.
Was it
Right.
donated?
Wow.
It was a donated jacket.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I've never seen this
And
before.
there was a battery test button, and I pressed it, and you could just see the battery had charge in it. So I think if we were here at night, we'd see it illuminate.
Didn't we talk one time about like almost artificial intelligence built into motorcycle fabric? So when you did things, your jacket would glow point or whatever, that kind of thing.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Why not?
So there you go,
that's
Bagel.
cool. Good story.
We had a happy scooterist who was just stoked to show up to a bunch of like big bikes and be like, "Hey, that's cool, buddy." So yeah, for those in the room who don't know, Bagel is our hardcore scooterist. He will outride most bikers, distance, speed, you name it.
Wow. I can
Yeah.
attest
Awesome.
for sure.
Yes.
Exactly, on a
stuff.
Vespa,
Nice.
in a skirt.
Hey, he's frozen again.
Oh, he's frozen. Exactly.
Bagel, we
'cause
should
he
have
was
a
wearing a
decent
skirt.
breakfast.
Hey, we need to give a big shout out to one of our own, Kat and Justin,
Yes.
who got married last night.
Yes.
Sure did.
A bunch
Very
of us
cool.
went to the wedding, and shockingly, we were some of the better dressed guests at the wedding.
I find that shocking. I could see that being a thing.
No,
yeah.
There were real cowboys there with like hats and
we-
boots and everything.
it was cowboy
cool.
country.
It was cool.
It was great because it was such a slice of California culture. There was the cowboy table, there was the Hispanic table, there was the poshos table, there was the misfit table. It was great.
Yeah,
and
good on 'em.
everyone had such a good time. So
Yeah.
congratulations, Kat. Congratulations, Justin.
Yep.
Yeah. Congratulations, guys.
And then we have another wedding coming up in 2 weeks, Charlie and Micah. So that'll be a big deal. We were sitting there at the wedding having a great time, and Mike and Marie were there, and Zach and Doug, everyone. And I turned to Knock as we're looking around. I said, "Look, our kids are growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Mean Megan's there with her 2 babies."
She was great. She was wrestling them the whole time.
Yeah, I know.
It was fun. That was a good
So
time.
yeah, it's awesome for people who have like been coming here for years and started out here in the garage and then like grow up and be full functioning humans and bikers. It's pretty cool.
So I'm going to get to grow up and be a
Sounds like
full
an
functioning
awesome
human at one point, or what?
Yeah, you're not there. Yet.
It's always a work in progress.
You're not there. And hey, Louise, you want to give a quick ride report? So you did the DGR ride?
Yeah, we headed out with, I think they said 195 riders in
Wait,
San Jose. So
San Jose?
we were, we were
Okay.
riding with the San Jose crowd. And let's see, Shawn and I hooked up with our friend Amy, and we went out on some R18s with just a whole bunch of people.
styling.
We
Yeah.
rode around, and we did the parade wave and like, hey guys,
How fun.
and it was
Nice.
great.
Nice.
My favorite thing was seeing all the little kids on the street, especially like all the little girls, like waving and smiling. It was really cool. It
And
was
of course, you were on an R18. That is a
Yeah.
big old bus.
Yeah, it's a real big bike. It's really fun when you start it and like you hit that button and it like shimmies back and forth and you're like,
Oh, you get that
right,
torque reaction
yeah.
off the engine. But
Oh yeah.
how did it do? I mean, low speed stuff, high speed stuff, no problem at all.
Could you reach when you made a full lock turn?
So that was the thing that I was laughing about. We went to do this like little teeny tiny U-turn to get out of the parking lot, and I went to do a full bar lock turn. I'm like, oh my gosh, that handlebar's really, really far away. But, for someone who's 6'4" like Shawn, it's a little bit easier reach. For someone who's a foot shorter than that, I'm like, like I got to reach all the way to Alaska for it.
Right.
Yeah, put your leg up there. Put it with your foot.
And were they primarily vintage or vintage styled bikes, or were there modern bikes too?
There was a pretty good mix
pretty big
of
mix,
of bikes and of apparel that people were wearing, but people got dressed up, and I think what did they come in at about raising $20,000 just for the San Jose area?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
That's great.
So do they do that like in conjunction with the police for road closures, or you just kind of go, or how do they do that? It's a lot of people.
There was a little bit, and they have volunteers from the area. They had the Triumph Riders of San Jose, and they had the Christian Motorcycle Association. So a bunch of people came together. They had ride leaders who would help make sure that traffic flowed for us when it needed to, and then
Right.
if
Okay.
if things got separated, everybody meets back up.
Got it.
And the whole Triumph thing, I mean, Triumph's really been with DGR from the start. They've
Yeah.
kind of adopted it. And I know the Triumph dealers
Yeah.
and Riders Association and the Rat guys.
Yeah, Triumph is their big sponsor. So
Right.
it started at the Triumph dealership in San Jose. So.
Spirit.
Spirit,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. It was a great time.
That was really fun.
It's really fun to see people out there. And they give awards at the end, of course, for the people who raise the most money. And then they also give awards for the people who are dressed the most dapper.
Ooh, what award did you win?
Oh, I won the award of like sitting there and watching everyone and clapping for them. Yeah.
Best cheerleader.
Actually, I will say that the guy who won third place for raising the most money doesn't drink wine. And one of the gifts was a bottle of wine. So I actually won a bottle of wine by default. Yeah.
Well done.
You
So-
are a winner.
Can we do a very quick bike report? Because I yet to ride an R18, and I'm not really sort of a cruiser kind of gal, but I do like them.
Can I ask you a question, Emma?
Yes,
The precursor to your question to her.
yes.
Does this have anything to do with the Triumph Bobber and it looking cool but not riding as cool as it looks?
I'm not going to go
I'm curious
there.
what
I
your
just-
expectations are for the BMW.
A big old barge.
Yeah, so I think that's sort of the feeling that a lot of people have looking at it, and I will tell you that the first time I rode it, it was not a pleasant feeling for me. In fact, I was like, "Oh, look, there's my bike. It's about a quarter of a mile away. Can I just get off of this one now?" But once I made some adjustments to it, and then I spent a little bit more time on it, I found that like I actually enjoyed it. And one of the things that happened, I think the second time I was riding it, we get out on the freeway and I was in, so the ride modes it has rain and then it has rock and roll.
Okay.
So I'm like cruising along and
That's like 11.
in roll mode, right? And then I hit rock and I rolled on the throttle and it almost left me behind. I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, ew, that actually kind of felt good. That was very much the cruiser feeling for me. But I enjoyed it. I'm not a cruiser person either. I'm a GS rider.
Like that's what I was going to ask you,
Yeah.
Louise. Your natural habitat is a GS.
Yeah.
I want to interject something real quick.
Yeah.
Louise, will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Will you, if you ever meet the engineer or marketing person that came up with rock and roll, can you give them a hug for me?
I absolutely will.
Thank you.
That's coming up. We're gonna meet them really
Because I'm
soon.
like,
It really is.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and we got to see the bike pretty early on and sit on it, and we got to find out that it had rock and roll modes. I thought they were joking when they said it, and then when they came out, I'm like, oh yes, they kept that. That is badass. I love it.
I remember the first one I saw was actually at the One Show, and I think it was not 2019. It might even have been 2018 that I saw this thing as a pre-production. I thought, my God, this is amazing. And I thought it was a full custom bike, and I realized it had been customized, but lightly.
It was one of the first things they did with that bike was they sent a motor off to different customizers.
Originally, it was like
one that I saw.
5 different customizers.
Build the bike any way you want around this motor.
I'm pretty sure this one was kind of smoke red and black.
Yeah.
It was beautifully done.
Yeah, the concept
But I mean,
one, I think it was.
it's all about that engine. I mean, you've got 900cc jugs on either side of it. I think it's just the largest single cylinder
Yeah, she's got big jugs.
on.
Largest twin, yeah. It's
How
certainly
many
from
times have
BMW.
you used that?
So, once you get used to it, but like any cruiser, it's all about kind of
Yeah,
a long way away.
So I think if I actually got to spend more time on it, it would become much more comfortable. But even, I think now I've ridden it 4 or 5 times and it puts a little smile on my face and I really do enjoy it. And if I were riding it like a lot of people ride a cruiser around town, I would have a total blast on it.
And,
that's not really my style of riding, but I would totally have a blast on it.
And I think that's perhaps a thing that people get wrong about cruisers is a GS is a serious bike. You're going to do serious stuff on it. Yes, you're going to have fun on it, but it's a serious tool. I think if you approach the whole cruiser with a susense of humor about it, because they're that kind of bike.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Cheers.
Thank you for that ride report.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, I want to get to our main guest.
The main
today,
attraction.
The main attraction. So, for those of you who know Shawn Thomas or followed him, he's pretty visible in social media for all things related to adventure riding. training, GS Trophy, events. You see him all over the place. But he's also been pretty open about his children and sharing his love of motorcycles with them. And now you didn't win the lottery. You didn't get both of them fully on board, but there's still chance for the other one. There's still chance for the boy. We'll see. But one of them you got hooked.
Yeah.
And we've watched your daughter Hailey be on mini bikes riding with you, but also going on adventures riding on the back, which to me is a whole nother like merit badge you get. Riding on the back on an adventure. I don't know if any of us would do it. No, I think we're all like, nope. But you've grown up going on adventures, riding, and being immersed in the motorcycle scene, and you are now becoming your own rider. So first of all, Hailey, tell everyone how old you are.
At the moment, I am 15.
15. And you can legally ride on the road now, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can.
So watch out, everyone. Watch out.
But on a permit, we were talking about this because when Hailey first came down, she said, "Oh, I like it here. I want to hang out. But I've got to figure out how to do it because you're not allowed on freeways and you're not allowed to ride at night." Right?
Or with a passenger unless they're a licensed rider over 25, I think.
Wait a minute. So she can take you on the back.
She could take
That's
me
not
on.
gonna happen.
That is not going to happen. But it could
That
happen.
seems very strange.
He's
Be a
gonna
long
put his feet down
wheelie.
for me.
I believe also you're not allowed to go over 120 miles an hour,
in first gear.
and you're not allowed to ride without a helmet.
Yeah. That
She's
is,
like, this is news to me.
One of those is in the law, and one of those must be fine print.
yeah.
So you're somebody who's kind of literally been born to this. So many of us wish that we could have. And not only have you been, blessed with the experience and the opportunities to go out, but you have also been getting the training, and you got the gear and the bike. Perfect setup. So let's talk about what training you have done to get yourself to this point.
So, I definitely have the experience. I have some time on my side, about 11 years of riding with my dad, and so I had a basis of what I needed to know. But I have gone up to the BMW Performance Center up in South Carolina.
Yeah.
And did a training there. Actually, did two trainings.
Two trainings,
there. And I have gone to American Super Camp, which was definitely an interesting experience. I was way out of the range of what I used to do or what I've ever done.
So let's go back. So the BMW training, you said two different ones. So is one off-road and one is on track?
So both of the trainings I did there were on the track.
On the track, okay.
At the Performance Center, both trainings. Yeah.
And what were some of the things they were teaching you that you didn't know that you found was really helpful?
A lot of the slow maneuvering. So when I had taken the total control course to get my permit, we did some slow. We did enough slow, but we really honed in on it at the Performance Center, and that was not something I had been used to, and it was definitely a learning experience.
Now, I'm going to jump to Shawn because the obvious thing would be you're there. I'm going to teach my daughter everything she needs to know about maneuvering. Handing that over to a training course with people that you may or may not know, was that a conscious decision that you wanted to make? Because I know you're a bit reluctant about it.
And you're a certified trainer yourself.
Right, so you could have done it, but was it a conscious decision to say, I want somebody else training Hailey?
Well, I think, first of all, I think everybody, there's generally, we kind of know not to learn from family.
Right.
When it comes to this stuff.
Is this like the same medical code? Like as a doctor, you don't do surgery on your
You have to learn all the what not to do.
Yeah.
Don't do that at Thanksgiving.
We just, generally there's a lot of subtleties that I think are lost when you're teaching somebody that is family. And there's other subtleties that should be lost that are picked up on.
Okay.
And so as a consequence, I tread very carefully when it comes to teaching anybody in family and close friends. But Hailey has picked up on it really well. So we've worked together for a long time. So now she had to go take the total control class. It's a requirement for her to get her license. And in fact, when she went, I made a point of not going for the first day because not because I didn't want to see or enjoy it. I really did. But I wanted Hailey to let this be her segue into independence.
Right.
And she had...
and I was going to say, so now I'm going to jump to you, Hailey. So you're doing the course and Dad's not there. Are you like, oh, God, I wish he was there? Or are you breathing a sigh of relief?
I think the biggest thing for me was having to socialize on my own. That's something I kind of do through him.
Right.
And so having to actually talk to the people in my group was something I needed to work on, and I got to work on that. But
okay.
Yeah.
We had an interesting talk the night before her first class, where I said, Hailey, I got to tell you, I'm a little worried about this class that you're going to take. And she goes, yeah, I'm really worried too. I go, okay, well, why are you worried? She goes, well, I'm worried that I'm going to, I'm not going to do well, and then I'm going to struggle, and that, I'm not going to pass. And I said, okay, well, I understand that. And I think time will tell that you'll be okay. I said, my worry is that you are going to feel like, because I am who I am, that you have to perform in some way that is exceptional, and you don't.
Right.
Go and ride. And you ride, you do well. You ride, you don't do well. It's all good. Like, we're going to sort it out. And I didn't want that pressure. That I never wanted any of my kids to ever feel any pressure that they had to pursue this in any way beyond their interest. If you're interested, do it. If you decide you don't like it, it's all good with me. Just try it if you want. So watching her go into class, and I didn't want to be gone. I'm going to leave. And when I came to pick her up, she's like, Dad, where were you? I wanted you to see. I did all this cool stuff. And I go, well, I kind of wanted to give you your space. She's like, screw that, man. Come and watch. Like,
is this true, Hailey?
It is.
Right. So day 2, now you're on the sidelines and you're doing day 2 of the course.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was a change from the first time, but I think both days went really well.
Yeah. What's the course entail? What do you do? I'm not familiar with it.
So the total control course is the basics course that you have to take in order to get your permit.
Okay.
And so they teach a lot of street skills like emergency braking, maneuvering, how to take corners and turns, how to take corners at slow speeds, and a lot of the stuff that you would need when you're on the street.
Okay.
And it's important, I think, to note, too, that you can show up at this course with nothing.
Right.
You can have no gear. You need basically to be Hailey's age, 15 and a half, and a credit card.
Yeah.
And they'll suit you up and put you on a bike.
So, Hailey, you're not you're not a large person. You're 15 years old, so your body's still growing. What were you riding on this course? What did they have you ride?
I was on a Honda Grom.
Okay. So
Wait, hold on. Wait, you're talking at total control.
So cool.
You're talking at total control?
So no problem pushing a
yeah.
Honda Grom around.
Okay. But then when you were at the BMW Academy?
At the Performance Center, I was on a 310R.
Okay.
Which is the same bike that I have. So I would be able to, it would be easier for me to carry what I learned there over to where I am.
Now, when you did this course, they obviously teach you the mechanics of how to actually push the bike around and use your own body and your body English to actually kind of maneuver it around at lower speed, right?
At the total control or the...
Well, kind of both. Because you're starting from scratch at total control.
Yeah.
So you need to know how to actually physically push the thing around. But what about on the larger bike? I'm really, really interested to see the first time you got on a 310. So cast your mind back to then. So now you're on a proper motorbike. You're not on... I'm going to alienate all listeners now who ride Groms. You're not on a mini bike. This is a proper sized bike. How was it just swinging your leg over for the first time and thinking, my God, this is a real motorbike?
So my first time getting on the 310 was actually the day before my total control course. So
that was your Christmas present.
Yeah. I got to learn how to shift. Because I had been on the 50, which does not have a clutch, and I was really worried about that. But it went super smoothly. It was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. But I had gone from the 310 to the Grom, and then back to the 310 after my total control training. And it took me a minute to figure out that the 310 was bigger than the Grom because I had spent more time on the Grom. But I think after some time I was able to figure it out, and it didn't really hinder me in any way.
Great.
I got a question for you. Learning to ride, I assume you're doing this for yourself, or are you doing it for your dad's approval?
Oh, that's a heavy question.
On the spot.
Awkward turtle.
Ambush journalism.
And, Hailey, there's no right or wrong answer here. I don't think there's a 15-year-old girl or a 15-year-old boy in the world who doesn't want to make their dad happy or their mom happy. There isn't anybody in the world who doesn't want that. So it's an okay answer to say yes, partly, but it's okay to say, yes, I'm doing it all for myself as well.
I think I was pretty undecided for a while. For a while, it's like, okay, I've been doing this for 11 years, and I want to continue that and see how it goes. And I was teetering for a long time. I didn't really know. And then once I actually started riding on the street with my permit, I'm like, oh, this is for me now. Whatever he has to say, this is...
Nice.
So it might have been
Awesome.
a little bit from column A, a little bit from column B. So, and here's another big question. How much pressure does that put on you to succeed and not fail? You have to be thinking like you have to impress your dad, right? You can't fail him. You can't give up.
You're not allowed to say anything, Shawn.
So was that in your mind? Is that part of what you're doing, that pressure?
It was definitely something that was in my head for a while.
Do you think, is there any way he'd disown you if you're no good at this?
He wasn't going to get me another bike if I messed this one up.
That's a true story.
But, I think it actually...
Because that is an added pressure, having somebody like your dad who's such a big part of motorcycling, but also you guys have that special relationship. It had to be added pressure. And how did you feel you did once you got through the classes?
I feel like I'm trying to think of an answer right now. Like the question keeps blanking on me and then coming back.
Yeah. No, it's hard. All right. Hold on. Let me give you an easier question. How proud is your dad of you?
You're not allowed to say anything, Shawn.
Oh, that makes this difficult.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how proud is he?
Well, he lets me make fun of him, so I say that there's a bit of pride in there.
When you say you make fun of him, how exactly do you do that?
Yeah, because we want to know, because we want to know how to make fun of Shawn.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Well, you know what? It's actually a segue to a game. I need you, John, and Emma, pass that to her. Do not look at these cards because I have created a game.
Oh, no.
Am I looking at these cards?
You can look at these cards. They're queued up. So you have the first one there, right?
I do.
So this is a game. This is a fun game. One of the things I love
be scared, Hailey.
is that Shawn shares these posts called Texts from My Teenage Daughter.
Oh, no.
I'm amazed by how many cards there are in this deck right now.
Liza does not slouch on preparation.
There's like 10 of those posts.
There's 10
There's
posts,
a lot
like
of
5
There's
each.
a lot of them.
Yeah.
So this is really simple. What we're going to do is, and make sure no one else sees those cards. So, Hailey, see how there's one word there that is underlined?
Yes.
So instead of saying that word, you're going to say blank. And I want you to read your statement. And we're going to go around the room taking turns. And I'm going to let different misfits see if they can guess what the missing word is.
And I just want to
Mad
get... So
libs.
these are texts from you.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Okay, so do you understand? So I want you to read that first one and substitute blank for that word, and we're going to start with Jim, see if he can guess.
Oh, yeah.
Since he's somebody who
I like
had a
this
teenager.
I had 2 of them.
Yeah, he's an expert.
All right, go ahead.
Lord have mercy. What a crapshoot. Yes.
Why do online people hit on you? Don't they know that you are blank?
Remember, this is to her dad. Mm-hmm. So what do you think she said?
It's not what you think.
No, I don't know what to think. Why wouldn't they want... I don't understand why someone...
So read it
say
one more
again.
time. Read it one more time.
Why do online people hit on you? Don't they know that you are blank?
Oh, I don't know. I'm drawing a total blank. I can't think of anything.
Fill in the blank. Think of something.
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to say something
inappropriate.
Yes.
Jim?
In this room, Jim? Really?
Oh, what? Married?
Okay, that's a good guess. Don't they know? No, you're right. All right, so Hailey, read it again and with the right word.
Why do online people hit on you? Don't they know that you are bald?
Yeah, that's why I didn't go there.
All right, you guys get
No,
the
you
game?
don't want to be insulted.
That's why they do hit on them.
All right, well, let's do Doug is next. All right, you can read the next card.
Go ahead.
You're 46 years old. No more blank.
Oh,
Jeez.
Sleeping in.
She's hard.
no more
pudding.
Sleeping in? Is that
Sleeping in.
Sleeping in. Okay, go ahead and fill it in.
You're 46 years old. No more skinny jeans.
Not wrong.
Right on.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
Awesome.
All right, Bagel, you ready to try this?
Sure.
All right, so she'll read it to you. You got to fill in the blank. Go ahead.
Your shower has no blank. Oh, right.
What would a shower not have?
Shower's got no game, Bagel.
I kind of want to throw my
Jeez.
hand.
I need a guess, Bagel.
Your shower has no
Curtain? All right, go ahead and see if you got it right.
Your shower has no shampoo. Oh.
Oh, I'm starting to get a theme here. Okay. All right, I'm warming up.
Yeah.
I'm warming up.
All right. Zach, you ready for the next one?
I'm ready for it. Let's do it.
I can't be late for school again, and I refuse to get ready earlier. You'll need to blank.
Oh, dang.
Is it just one word that's underlined?
It might be two.
Okay.
Leave me at school overnight.
All right, did he get it?
I can't be late for school again, and I refuse to get ready earlier. Wow. You'll need to drive faster.
Yeah, that's
All right.
better.
Louise, we're going to test you and see if you've memorized any of these.
Oh,
Goodness.
all right.
Let's see if you
I
actually
there
know
was
this
a
one.
test. All right.
All right, go
Bring it
ahead,
on,
Haley.
Haley.
Put on a shirt before someone mistakes you for a blank.
Sasquatch?
That was so quick.
All right, what's the right one?
Put on your shirt before someone mistakes you for a bear.
Pretty close.
So
That was close. All
I
right.
actually should have known that.
Nobody's gotten this yet. All right, let's give
That's
John
a hard
try.
game all of a sudden. Why is it so hard?
All right, go ahead.
All right. I made cookies for your birthday, bald man. You may have blank.
None.
So close.
Good
I
answer.
made cookies for your birthday, bald man. You may have one.
There you go.
All right, Emma, this is coming down to you. We need somebody to get this right.
She's way too clever for us.
You got the shtick here, right?
Oh, for sure.
Haley, I need you to find a good one. You got a few in there. Find a good one. Oh yeah, there's
I got a lot.
There's so many.
Oh man, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, you've sent a lot of
I gotta
texts.
tell you,
Liza does
All right,
a
just
lot of
go
research.
ahead and just pick one.
Oh, I
Just
dropped
pick
it.
one. Oh, that I like that one. That one, yes.
Yeah,
that
I'm-
one.
I'm
that
averting
one. Do
my
that
eyes.
one.
One on the front?
Yep, do that
Okay.
one.
I love you, heart emoji. Sorry, that was meant for blank.
Dang it. I know this one.
There's just so much cruelty that can happen.
I know.
There is so much cruelty.
That was meant for the dog.
So close. Super close.
I love you. Sorry, that was meant for my horse.
All right, let's
man.
do one more, and let's see if your dad knows it by heart.
All right. I gotta see if there's any that'll trip you up.
Do you remember all of these? Let's see. You got one?
Yeah.
Oh, she's got one. Okay, let's do it.
Today I asked every blank I saw if they knew you.
I know this one.
That is most certainly Bald Man.
Wow.
It's so funny is that, I've spent years building a following for motorcycles just out of interest and passion for it.
Right.
And I started posting texts for my teenage daughter just on a lark. It was just sound kind of fun and silly. And I have blown out of the water the followers that I have on all of my social media for over a decade. I've got one page that all it is text from my teenage daughter. It's got like 2.5 million people have viewed it.
Right.
50,000 followers and growing.
So relatable, though.
That's you've nailed it there, Zach, because, and this I like to think is the appeal of the Misfits as well. If you're perfect, if everything's perfect and you're the greatest rider and you're doing the greatest things, people can't actually relate to that at all. Yeah. People relate to us because we're basically a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
And having a teenage daughter who clearly loves you very much but does it in such a way that pokes a little bit of fun at you, that is so relatable. So it's no wonder.
Well, she's incredibly clever, though, too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really good.
Well, now I want to test Hailey. You can put those cards down because I have the list here, too. I want to see if you remember all these.
Oh, no.
How about this one? 1,027 days until I can get a
neck tattoo.
All right. Yes. How about this one? You will die someday. Also, I'm
hungry.
This is awesome.
All right, how about this one? FYI, there's a cat hurl in the hallway and on my
socks.
But I think one of my favorite ones is the blank on your son's hands are not my fault. Also, I made brownies.
Is it fork marks?
Fork wounds.
That's awesome.
There's so many that we exchange that I can't.
There's
I can't publish. Like,
so
There's
the other one I love. Here, Louise, I'll let you read this one. That's one of my favorites.
Can I borrow $4.99? I want to dress like you for a school project.
That's like a bear?
That is savage.
That has actually happened.
Too.
I have gone to school. I think it was in 2nd grade, and I dressed up as him for Famous Person Day.
Oh, so funny.
I was not happy about that.
Did you shave your hair?
He had hair.
But in 2nd grade, it only cost you $2.99 to dress like that.
Yeah. Her mom is actually has her own fame. She grew up as a professional vaulters, gymnastics on horseback, and she's in the Olympics. She's hardcore, and so she was pretty appalled that Hailey dressed up as me for saying not her.
Life's tough.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you really do have the best of both worlds. You got bikes and horses. Yeah. You spoiled little.
So, currently, Hailey, you are 15 years old, so we're going to put you on the spot. What's 20-year-old Hailey going to be up to? What is 20-year-old Hailey going to do?
So I came up with this plan last night, actually. It was
Breaking news.
Yeah, that before I get a new motorcycle, before I ever get another motorcycle, I will have had to take my current motorcycle to 48 states.
I like how she's stating this. She's basically telling her father this is what's going to happen.
She's looking right at him while she's doing it.
Well, hold on. We need to clarify. You said take it. Does that mean on a trailer?
No. That means both of its tires on the road.
Street.
Hopefully on the road. If it's not on the road, then we have a problem. But hopefully we'll stay on the street.
So, but
I approve.
Bagel approves.
But it involves motorcycles, so the fire's burning in your heart.
Can I just maybe
Good. I like it.
Give you a little out? Are you sure you want to do it on that bike? I'm just saying, that's a great goal.
That leads into a question I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Because you're surrounded by all these ADV people, and they're usually all old and boring, right?
And bald.
Speak for Shawn.
I know. No, but in that vein, you're surrounded by also a lot of amazing women, right? And Jocelyn Snow, we've been there, but like Jocelyn, for example, used to race two-stroke stroke street motorcycles. Does something pique your interest outside of the ADV world, like riding on track, or lighter dirt bikes, or are you still kind of just figuring everything out?
Or long distance touring?
Yeah.
I did try the dirt bikes at Super Camp, and I feel like I like the heavier bikes because you can they let you know when you do something right, and you can feel it when you do something right. But I also like faster paced stuff. I talk fast when I'm presenting, I do my work fast, and I have an easier time reacting to something when I'm going fast.
And you've been to the track.
I have been to the track as a passenger.
Yeah.
How did you like, could you see yourself on a Ninja 400 doing track days and stuff like that, or?
I don't know. I don't feel like it would be something that I would do like competitively, or I think it's just take my bike that I have and go on the track and just see what I can do.
Totally. I was just curious.
Definitely in the horizon is California Superbike School, which is amazing.
Well, my question is, with your position with BMW, is it only BMWs for her, or could she have a Ninja 400 on the track?
Well, when I chose the 310R, I mean, I didn't. My position with BMW afforded me no benefit in that regard. I mean, I had to buy it, and I had seriously looked at all kinds of different kinds of bikes from different manufacturers, and for me, it wasn't about the model or the manufacturer. It was just about picking the right fit for her. And you would think that the obvious choice would be an adventure bike, because that's my world. But I didn't start on adventure bikes, and most people don't. And so finding her the right fit was paramount. It just happened to be that the 310 was a really good fit because it's a very safe bike. Anti-lock brakes and how they function is really important to me. And
perfect fit for her now.
Yeah.
What's the next jump up?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
You've ridden other bikes.
I have ridden
you
other
rode
bikes.
a Grom and you rode
a 1250.
Yes, I want to get to this.
Yeah.
All right, a 15-year-old riding a GS 1250. Were you intimidated to get on there?
I was definitely intimidated about getting on that motorcycle. It is a really big bike compared to what I have and what I had been riding on the entire time I was at the Performance Center, which is where I rode the 1250.
I have to just ask the obvious. How did you support it? Or were you taught a technique like the one leg off, or did you have help supporting it?
So I think the thing that was really important for me being able to stay upright when I was stopped was I was able to find the balance point pretty easily on it.
There it is.
So,
well, you said something to me out in the parking lot, and it was a very, very interesting thing. I've never had kids, but for anyone who's listening who's got children, they're watching you. Because I said to Hailey, well, how did you feel riding this? And she said, well, I've spent 11 years watching my dad scrutinizing what you do. And that really helped. So, parents, if you don't think your kids are watching you, they're watching you.
After 11 years as riding as a passenger, I was able to watch what he was doing when we were going around turns or when we were making specific maneuvers. And I was able to apply that to when I hopped on the bike that I had grown up on.
And we would quiz too, because we're on communication system. And I would say, Hailey, what's the best brake to use in this situation? And she'd say, the front. And I'd say, are you sure? Why? And she'd say, because of this. Yes, exactly right.
And talk it through.
What would happen if I use the rear instead? And so we're constantly having these sort of critical thinking experiences.
That's like next level stuff.
But of course, it distills us well down to the GS. And I can't think of a bike that carries so much weight so low down as that bike. No. Africa Twins, the obvious competitor that carries its weight a lot higher.
Yeah, it's a fantastic bike.
How'd you
it's a fantastic bike, but the center of gravity is way high on an Africa Twin.
Zach, how'd you like pulling my bike out of the garage today? The Africa Twin?
It's a heavy boy. Heavy boy.
He's a big boy.
So how did it feel to ride the 1250? How was it once you started going?
That bike is so much more powerful than mine, and I was able to feel that. I was in first gear for most of my ride because I was just sitting there like, whoa, this bike isn't freaking out going like 25.
It was so funny at the Performance Center. They put her she had a private class with them, which was great, and they they would have a whole training ground set up just for her. They put cones up. They had an easy up. They had water and a cooler full of snacks, and they had her 310R that she got to ride, and then they had a 1250 just sitting there. And then they would pick up. We'd finish our training in that area, and they'd move us to another area a half mile away, and they'd move all of that stuff over, including the 1250, which just sat there. And eventually, Hailey asked, "Why is that bike sitting there?" He said, "Oh, I thought you might want to ride it later." And she goes, "What?" No pressure, just there it is. And every time we moved around the facility, the bike would go, and it would just be parked there, ready to go. If you decide you want to ride it, it's there.
And you made that jump. Well done.
When you did that, when you got on that bike, did you know you could do it then?
I think once I got moving, I did. And that getting on that bike was a huge moment for me because I had grown up on the back of that bike, and now there I was sitting in the front actually controlling it. And that was kind of a moment that was, oh, wow, things are changing. I am moving forward. This is insane. And I think once I figured that out, I was like, oh, this isn't a huge deal.
For both of us, it's such a zen moment, to see her get on that bike and start it up. And I felt like we were both at the same time, this is a core memory that's happening right now.
Yeah.
I'm just going to soak up every single part of it.
I bet the
special.
pride was swelling in you so much you couldn't get through the doorway.
It feels so good to have all of the emotions, the excitement and the fear and the apprehension and the elation, and it's all there and it's all mixing together.
Oh, sure.
And all the people that have ever told me that motorcycling was a terrible idea, and the people that had told me that letting your daughter ride is a terrible idea. all of those moments are flashing along with, this is my life and I love it, and this moment is her life and she loves it, and that makes it, she could stop tomorrow.
So
it's perfect.
Shawn, when you saw Hailey riding the 1250, did you have to go into the designated crying area for just a little while? Did you? It's okay if you did.
It was very exciting. We all ride all the time,
right?
And we forget what it means to be a new rider, and to be able to enjoy vicariously that moment with her. And it hasn't all been puppies and rainbows. She has struggled, and we've watched her struggle. And
I do want to touch base with that with you, Hailey. I don't want to dwell on it because, ultimately, here you are, you're riding a bike right now. You've committed to riding a bike. I think you're going to be riding bikes for the remainder of your adult life. And what an exciting time to be riding them and seeing all these changes come. But just talk a couple of times about when you were like, I'm done. I never want to swing my leg across a bike again. And what kind of brought you back? Whether it was the fire within you or the worry about letting down your dad, or just kind of a combination of all of them. Think about when it was, let's say your lowest point in the whole motorcycling thing.
So I think the point that really I've had a few of those moments, but I think the one that really stood out to me was at the Performance Center. I was going through this course. They called it, honestly, it wasn't even the course yet. We were doing the warm-up, and I wiped out 5 minutes into my training because it wasn't something I had done before, and I wasn't going fast enough. I actually finished most of that warm-up the next training.
Was this the cones or the slalom?
No, so what they had you do is they had you...
That was just a big rectangle, wasn't it?
You can stop talking now.
And there. Hold on, do you need to text that to him?
Where's my phone? Right. So what we were doing is we had the bikes in... We were just going kind of slow. We were going around the arena they had set up. And what you had to do is you had to move around in your seat. You had to stand up. You had to bring your leg over and sit sideways. You had to stick one of your legs out. You had to change directions, do it to the other side while the bike was moving. And I wasn't going fast enough the first time I did that. And so when I ended up on one foot, but when I went to sit down, I lost control and fell off.
Okay.
And that knocked my confidence a little bit. And then I fell off again, and then again, and again, and Honestly, I lost count of how many times I fell off.
Yeah.
This was doing the same drill?
No, it was a bunch of different drills, but the one that really hit me was when we were doing the snowman, which was they had cones kind of set up in a snowman shape, and you had to do a slow speed circle, come out, go back into a slow speed circle, come out, and then the circles gradually got smaller. And I never made it to the third circle, but in the second circle, I kept wiping out, and I decided then and there that I was done and I didn't want to do it anymore.
So what brought you back? So that's the low point.
I think it was fear of beating.
Yeah, probably.
Having to walk home.
What brought you back, Hailey? Because, I mean, here we are on May 21st, 2022, and you're riding bikes. So what brought you back from the edge?
So I kept that mindset that I had, that I was tired and I was done and I wanted to go home all the way into the second training. I don't know what made me decide to do the second training, but I am so glad I did, because I went in there and I was actually in a group, and it made me realize that a lot of these people have been riding for as long as I've been alive. And I have a similar skill set to them. They still make mistakes like I did, and it's not as big of a deal as I thought it was.
It's a really interesting lesson that I learned watching her take instruction. I specifically sent her to the Performance Center to train with one instructor who I love. And this is, Louise and I are scrutinized instructors quite a bit. And this guy's great. And I wanted Hailey to train with Ricardo. He's a great guy. And what I didn't realize was that because she got a one-on-one training with him, she had no basis for comparison. There was nobody else in the class learning as well. And so she didn't know how well she was doing.
Good or not.
Yeah, she didn't know. And she didn't know that until she was in a group. And she came to me and goes, Dad, these people are terrible.
Confidence back up. Back in the game.
Exactly. I told you, you're fine. You're doing fine. And I got to tell you, I had this wonderful experience. And it's probably the most memorable of that weekend is Hailey dropped her bike. She was a good solid 200 yards away from Ricardo. And as soon as she dropped her bike, he went to run to help her, because that's the kind of guy he is, and that's what they do there. And I stopped him and go, hey, Ricardo, hold on a second, man. And I hear this roar, and there's a side-by-side coming past with two other instructors that were there, rolling by to go help Hailey pick up her bike. And I put my hand out and said, stop. And they go, but your daughter just fell. I go, I know. She knows what to do. And she looks around at us and is like, well, you can tell.
Oh, you aren't going to help me.
I thought Shawn was going to be like, she's been making fun of me all the time. Don't help her.
She just flips down the side stand, picks the bike up, hops on it, and takes off. And they're all like, whoa. That's amazing. Hey, man, if somebody's going to ride a bike, they got to know how to pick it up.
Yeah.
It's that classic
So
cliche,
proud.
get back on the horse.
Yeah.
You've just fallen off the horse, get back on it.
Yeah, it's just, whatever.
Well, and,
So
and
apparently
Hailey
the
knows,
horse that you love more than your father. That horse.
well, and Hailey knows how to pick up a bike. She's been doing that for a couple of years. She's been coming out and she's been demonstrating it along with me and showing other people how to do it. So
cool.
Well, hold on.
This was her getting to do it on
She
her
also
own.
knows how to get back on the horse.
Oh, she definitely knows how to get back on the horse.
That comes into play too, I would assume, because there is a big similarity between the two.
There was actually a moment a little while back. It was 2 months ago. It was early March, I want to say, where I came off my horse and I thought I had broken my hip. And I'm like, oh, this is fun. And I just got back on and then kept going and then realized, oh, something's not right here. I was on crutches for about 2.5 weeks.
Oh, man.
No, horses, there is quite a big difference, Liza, because horses, it's quite a long way down.
Yeah. I have
Far
fallen
more
off
so
horses
than- yes,
too.
exactly.
It's amazing how
also
one
big
minute you could be
crunch.
sitting there and the next moment you're floating in the air. And they just like
I
disappear.
just have zero time.
Also, you are never in total control of the horse.
Yes, it's true. Well, Hailey, I wanted to share with you an observation. And this is all through, really, Shawn. From
Is this
your
unsolicited advice,
No,
Liza?
an observation.
Okay, very
This
good.
is through your post, so I may not have all the info. And Shawn, you can tell me if I'm wrong. But there are two things that worry me that I see in a rider. One is a lack of confidence and one is overconfidence. It's the area in between that I don't worry about people. And from what I've seen from you, you have enough healthy fear and respect, but also you have all the tools and take instruction. I think you are going to be a great rider because of that. finding that balance. It also tells me that both of your parents have done a really good job parenting and giving you the confidence, but also the respect and enough healthy fear of it. So I think you're going to do great. Am I close with that one?
I think that since her mom isn't here, I'm happy to take all the credit.
It didn't sound very sincere.
No, you guys have a great relationship, and that is something though. You have this access that a lot of people don't, but you also have that pressure to succeed. So you don't have to, and I think you know that he'll love you just the same if you don't succeed.
That is a true story.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I wanted to get a little bit, Shawn, catch up with you and what you've been doing, because you've been alluding to all these big announcements and things happening and stuff like that. You want to talk a little bit about what you're doing and your role with BMW?
Yeah. I started off, people here have heard this before probably, but I started off selling motorcycles and I really enjoyed it.
Oh, I've watched you work your way up the ladder.
I met you while I was selling bikes.
Oh, but then I've also run into you at events when you're, you've worked your way up.
This is as good a time as any. I mean, you can start at the beginning selling motorbikes out of Watsonville, BMW.
Yeah, I was BMW Santa Cruz for 7 years. I worked there, and my wife got me the job. She was the general manager there, and told me to come sell bikes. I'm all right, and one of the things that I struggled with is I didn't understand all the inner workings of the bike. And I used to go to these sales trainings, and they would teach me little nuances about the machines and how they work and why they work the way they do. And I started discovering that they were missing a lot of really sort of deep dive information on the inner workings of the bike. And when I asked them about it, like, why don't you guys talk about some of the stuff in these bikes? I know there's tech that goes beyond what you discuss. And the guy's like, well, it's really about the experience. We don't want to talk about the nitty gritty. We want to talk about what makes the bike just fun to ride. And I sort of get that. But as a salesperson, there's people you meet that really soak in that stuff. And it's good to have it in your quiver to be able to discuss it. And so I started digging deep whenever I could. A new bike would come out, and I try to learn as much as I am not mechanically inclined by any incarnation, but I'm passionate about understanding the bikes and the inner workings. And so I started to build a sort of a network of people at BMW that were sort of on the inside. And sometimes it just meant sitting down and getting drunk with them and talking bikes and them telling me, like, we're telling you stuff that isn't really common knowledge. So don't go publishing this or, making I'm happy you know and want to know, but this is not for everyone's consumption. And so I built a reputation as somebody that you could talk to about this stuff and then not go and so eventually through chance, I met the guy that was in charge of training dealers on how to sell bikes. And he asked me just flippantly, like, what do you think of our sales trainings? And I go, oh, man, they're terrible. He goes, really? And I go, I'm sorry, but they really are. And I said, you guys focus on, in my opinion, the wrong stuff. Like there's more interesting things to know. And there's things that dealers need to know that they don't. I didn't know. I had to go find out on my own. And he goes, okay, well, if you're so good at it, why don't you help us build our next training? I said, I'd love to. And this became my sort of mantra for work is I'm always going to say yes. Yeah, I can do that. No problem. Right. And then I go to my friends and go, I have no idea how to do that. So they started letting me make training videos for them, just for dealers. Talk to them directly. Hey, here I am with this new bike and here's the tech on it top to bottom. And this is what you need to know. And that built, and I started making the videos higher production value because I wanted them to really pop. When a dealer watched it sitting at their desk and bored with training videos, I wanted them to go, whoa, this is actually kind of cool. So there's music, his production value is really high. And BMW's marketing side is a completely different entity, saw it and said, these videos are really good. Would you be interested in making some marketing videos for us? Like, yes, I would. And so we started making marketing videos, and sometimes it would be a new bike, or it would be new goodies that go on the bike, or it would be, riding gear and apparel and that sort of thing. And
now, can I ask you, Shawn, Is this just something that came naturally to you, the presentation, or do you have a background in media and marketing?
I'm a high school dropout. I was a carpenter for 7 years.
So it's just something you have inside you?
Yeah, and then I just moved on to motorcycles on a whim. And
I think it's the passion coming through.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I think that, really, people ask me all the time, like, how do you achieve this? How do you get into the role you're in? And like, the truth of it is that I didn't think I was worth anything, so I didn't ask for anything. You know, the first many years that I started doing this, I barely got paid anything. And that allowed me to get my name out there. This was not a preordained path for me. I wasn't trying to achieve what I have now. It was like, sure, I'll do that. Sure, I'll do that. Sure, I'll do that. And eventually, I got I was also taking pictures and writing articles for magazines because why not? I don't know anything about a camera or how to write an article, but I'll give it a go. And magazines are always hungry for info, things to publish. And so I got hired to go to the GS Trophy to follow Team USA. And there's 3 riders went to Mongolia. Right. And I was rider number 4.
What year was this?
This is 2018.
Okay.
And I am not a competitive rider by any stretch. I can ride and I can ride well.
You're
but I'm
a capable rider.
I'm a capable rider, but I'm not a competitive rider. Like there's a big difference, and that's fine. They don't need that from me, but I did need to run around with a camera and write stories. And so while I was there, they had they were doing Facebook Live broadcast from Mongolia, which is a big deal because there's no service out there. So they had satellite dishes they'd set up out in the Gobi Desert, and they said, "Hey, your team is going to go up and ride this course. Would you like to just offer some fun commentary while they go?" And I said, "Yeah." So they sucked the camera on me, and man, I just grabbed a hold of it and ran. And I made this really interesting. I tried to make it fun and entertaining. And afterwards they go, "Holy shit, that was awesome!" Thanks, man. I remember
watching.
So they invited me back to host the event in 2020. It was in New Zealand. Louise and I both went. And so alongside Jocelyn, the two of us co-hosted it together. And again, it's always just one thing leading to another, to another, to another. And that me always going up to the people afterwards and shaking their hand and saying, "I'm super appreciate this opportunity. Thank you so much." And so they called me about 6 months ago and they said, "Hey, the guy that handles our sort of is the face of, when a new product is released, he's the person that interviews the designers and engineers, and he's the one that talks to the people that ride the bikes, and he's retiring, and we want to know if you're interested in doing some of his work."
And the answer is
yes. And then me turning to Louise and going, "I have no idea how to do this." So anyhow, it's like the contract is still drying right now. Like we just did it and we just started. So now, it's not an official title, but what we are calling it is the BMW spokesperson worldwide. Doesn't that sound good?
Yeah, it sounds great.
BMW Motorrad spokesperson.
And this is a legitimate career. This is salaried, and you get paid, and all the good stuff.
Still self-employed,
but
it's still like I can afford to buy her a bike,
right?
Not another one, mind you.
Yes,
this is it. She got one.
Hailey,
and that's
keep
it.
that one upright.
Yeah.
Doesn't it have to see 48 states first?
So speaking of the trophy, what's the update?
So the 2022 trophy is being held in Albania in September. My official title at the trophy has not been announced yet, and I hesitate to say what it is, but I will be going.
Yes.
So I'll be going and doing something there. If it's carrying luggage, that's fine with me. It's Albania. Yeah. Come on, let's go.
No, you do a good job of covering it, and the bikes. You know it through and through. And we've had Bettina here and Jocelyn here, and we love following it. Hopefully you can send us someone. I want to interview someone else.
But
how many teams this year?
Louise, is it 18 this year?
Well, so there are 2 from China this year, which is unusual because there's usually only 1 team from each country. But this year there's 2 because China was not able to participate in the 2020 trophy because of the COVID restrictions. So there are, I think that there are 16 different countries that are going. 6 teams are women's teams. So the women's teams are a little bit different this year. Women are actually going and representing their own countries, just like the men are this time.
It's really
and there are 6 different teams that are going for the women as well. So that's very exciting.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
But your timing with us today is very pertinent because you've got an announcement, if you could share with us, that happened yesterday or today?
Trying to remember which announcement.
Podcast.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So remember, he doesn't have a background in marketing. We covered that.
And sorry, he does have to look to me for all the information of what he does. That's what my job is.
That's an absolutely true story.
I'm over here going,
We'll fix it in post.
I was like, what are you saying? Yes. You want another burrito? You just had a huge...
But, your first podcast was today or yesterday?
Yeah. So one of the things that I took over for BMW is they have a podcast called BMW Motorrad Ride and Talk, and it's not that big in the U.S., but internationally it's a big deal. And and the guy that has retired, he has hosted almost 80 episodes.
How is it in Pakistan?
And
we're pretty big in Pakistan.
So we recorded our first podcast where he interviewed me for the first half, and then he surprised everybody by saying, "Everybody, this is my last podcast. I'm retiring. I'm moving on, and Shawn here is going to take over." So then I interviewed him for the second half. That's being published, I think, today.
Yeah, I think it's being published today.
And then we're going to...
So just repeat the name of that podcast so people can actually listen into it.
BMW Motorrad Ride and Talk.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Because Motorrad is German for motorbike. And you can remember it because motorbikes are rad.
It's true. Ooh, I like that.
See what I did there?
Fantastical.
Right. Totally going to steal that.
Speaking of which, and I have to bounce in just a second, though, but because they are rad, I had a gift for Haley. We were worried about earlier.
We were worried about this, Jim. Is it appropriate?
No, of course. It's a sticker, a Santa Cruz sticker.
That's awesome.
And then the 3 of you, because you guys are rad and Motorrad. Can you get it? You get that sticker.
You get to
you can see
Yeah.
You can say
I love it.
Jim actually custom makes these stickers, and he only gives them to people.
Only rad people.
Only rad people.
That's really cool. Stickers that you gave me, Jim. I'm
that is awesome.
Still looking for the
be
right place.
Yeah, you need a special place.
I must not be rad. I didn't get one.
I just passed. I got a ton. I'll give you more later.
More.
No.
Yeah.
Send them along.
Send them around.
That's fantastic. Thank you, brother.
But anyway, yeah.
I got a stack on my counter at Motortown.
So is it that one?
Yeah, it's that one.
That one. Ride and Talk.
Yeah.
I am subscribed.
Oh, fantastic.
Awesome.
Yes.
We have another U.S.
So, Shawn, remind us of your social media also.
Shawn Thomas Rock On, SHAWN. You can pretty much, if you type that into anywhere, you'll find me.
Great.
And TikTok, if you're looking for motorcycles, you're not going to find it. You're going to on Shawn Thomas Rock On TikTok is dedicated to texts from my teenage daughter. So,
very good.
That's a good reason to join TikTok.
Yeah,
it really is.
Don't do it. It's a huge time suck.
That's not. I just subscribed to some other podcast that does not have current episodes.
And as we heard earlier, Shawn Thomas Rock On is actually a mode on the R18.
That's right. Rock and roll, baby.
This is a mode.
It goes slow and talks a lot.
For the edition, the Shawn Thomas edition. Hey, I've got to bounce.
You got to go?
Yeah, it was
Ciao,
great
you
seeing
go?
you again, though. Yeah. Really good seeing you. Nice meeting you.
Jim,
nice
Jim,
meeting
it's
you.
awesome meeting
Jim,
you guys.
Yes.
Do you have another word that's original?
Do I have some
darling?
treats?
Do you have a sweet treat for me?
Maybe. I'll look.
So, hey, I have a big announcement to make.
Oh, do
and then
you
I want
really?
to get back to Haley a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
So, for those of you in the room who don't know, we're giving away money.
Ooh.
A lot of money.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of money. So I decided to give away $1,000 to nonprofit, a big idea, anything. And I actually asked our listeners to nominate deserving nonprofits, whatever.
Nice.
And then I had our Patreon subscribers who give us money vote and decide who's going to get what.
Oh, do we have the winner?
And, well, it's not just a winner. What I said was
Winners.
whatever percentage of the votes they got was how much money they got.
Very cool.
That's a nice way to do that.
So I'm going to say, so first up, the one I voted for, but not a lot of people liked, The Motor's Voice Audible Kids book.
Oh, this is the book that you open the page and it goes.
It's a kids book that opens up and every page is a different motorcycle sound.
That is cool.
Oh, I know, right?
Dude.
I think Shawn would totally have voted for that
Sure.
one.
I know.
He doesn't even need to hear the rest of the list.
How many percent did that get?
Well, they're getting $68.
So 80, $68. So they've probably got 34%. Or
No,
something.
it's
60,
6.8.
6.8.
It's easy math.
Okay.
And then the next one up, Ricky's Last Ride is raising money to buy a blood bike. So if you're familiar in the UK, they have blood bikes, BMWs usually, that they deliver blood between hospitals.
Wow, cool.
And that one is getting $103.
Great.
And then the next one, and this is a fun one. Do you know Rally for Rangers?
Oh, yeah, I know Rally for Rangers. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, they go to different places like Mongolia, and it's basically an adventure ride, and you buy the bike that you're riding. At the end, you gift it to a ranger who uses it to prevent poaching and stuff like that. So Rally for Rangers is getting $171 from us.
Nice.
Awesome.
Next one up is our friend Clay at First Rides here in town, who gives first rides to kids who want to learn. He takes them out for free and has classes getting kids riding in the dirt.
Nice.
Getting $233.
Awesome.
Great.
Sweet.
And then I know you know this one, Motorcycle Relief Project.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. We both know
we
that
both
well.
know this one.
Well, they're getting $247.
That is
Fantastic.
awesome.
And then the last one is one of our favorites, getting a total of $384, which I know will go a long way, is MotoGo Cleveland. So MotoGo brings shop class back to kids. It's hard to get shop class now.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
And they have been buying up all these old Honda motors, and they have kids come in, usually from neighborhoods that they don't have a lot of stuff, and they teach them how to wrench and rebuild a motor.
Very
That's
cool.
awesome. Haley totally
That's great.
wants to do a class like this, but they're hard to find.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't able to find any in our area, especially not
and
at my school.
The thing I love about them too, during COVID when they couldn't have kids come in, they bought some of those like half-size plastic models of engines. I think there's a BMW engine you can buy.
Yeah.
And they delivered tools and these models to kids, and over Zoom they taught them how to build the engine and explain how everything works.
That's really cool.
So big thanks to everyone who voted, everyone who participated, everyone who nominated, and everyone who especially helped us get the money through Patreon, all of our Patreon subscribers. You guys are awesome, and I get to go send some money out to people.
You're
Good
welcome.
That sounds like a fun. That sounds like a fun day.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's awesome.
stuff.
I know. It was good.
And worthy causes, every single one.
So, Haley, back to you.
All right.
Back to
So,
Haley.
So you got this bike. Was it a total surprise?
It was. I had no idea that I was going to be getting a bike for Christmas.
It was at the house for like a month. Super
Totally.
wild.
I don't know how he hit it. I mean,
Do you not watch his social media?
guess not.
So,
You tell me a 15-year-old girl that looks at her dad's social media. Come on, Liza.
That's a true story.
Be realistic.
so you got this beautiful little BMW.
Did it appear under the tree on Christmas Day?
A welcome did. Did a welcome video.
Yeah. You got a welcome
Yeah. The video
yeah.
was. Oh yeah, you got all those people
Yeah.
on the video. That was good. So, have you named your bike?
I have.
Okay.
I named my bike Bodie after
Bodie.
the ghost town Bodie in California.
Oh, nice.
And how does that relate to the bike?
So, on one of my first rides with my dad, we went up. We were heading towards Yosemite, I want to say, and we went through Bodie, California, because one of my friends in first grade did a project on Bodie.
I think it's Nevada, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's Bodie, Nevada. Right.
I think so.
Sorry,
No, it's California. It's near to the border of Nevada.
Okay.
Okay.
But I listened to that kid's project. Excuse you. But we went to Bodie, California, and we walked around a bit, and then we just decided to take a trail out of Bodie, California. I keep specifying that's in California now.
Yeah.
Thank you. But we were on this road for 2 hours, maybe.
Yeah, it was
And-
just a dirt road that disappeared off into the mountains.
There was little service, and we didn't really know what we were going to come across, and we just decided to go with it because it sounded fun, and we somehow ended up in Nevada. But that kind of mindset that I don't know what's happening here, I just know that we're going to get to the other side of it and have fun while doing it, is the mindset I want to have on my bike. And so I decided to name Bodie after that trip to Bodie.
Very cool.
Oh, nice.
That's great.
Nice.
Super good time.
And I like ghosts.
Also, I'm just wondering, since you got your dad's dimples, did you also get his affinity for leopard print?
Oh. I mean,
now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just check out Shawn Thomas's social media.
It will become self-evident.
I did get a new saddle recently that had leopard print on it, and I didn't realize it until I put it on my horse for the first time and looked at it and went, wait a second.
My mom, she's 80, she's going to be 82, and we're always trying to keep her busy doing stuff, and she asked if she could make me a bathrobe. And I said, I love that, Mom. That would be great. And she goes, well, what kind of material should I use? I said, use whatever you want, and I promise I'll wear it. And so she presents me with this leopard print bathrobe. And I said, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
But the matching hat.
Yeah, so every Christmas now on my birthday, she makes me new things. Like I've got shorts and like the hat and socks, and so I've got leopard print head to toe, and so I take that robe especially with me out on the road, and I've used it on the racetrack. They made me take it off on the track. I had it on over my leathers.
Not like that. It wasn't that exciting. But
they're like,
you did get to do a whole session.
I got a session on it, and I went to go out again. They said, I'm sorry, you're distracting the other riders. So I take that off.
There was like leopard print flapping around behind him as it's like, passing double R's on the outside.
There's a super cool photo that came out of it.
Yeah.
I remember seeing
buried
that.
in a turn on the GS with the leopard print fluttering in the breeze.
Love it.
Well,
Love
someone like Dave Aldana, he had the same pressure too.
No.
Yeah, right? In his skeleton outfit.
And actually, looking at Dave Aldana, that suit that he wore, it was a protective leather suit. It was banned for a long time. They wouldn't actually let him wear it because it was considered in bad taste.
Oh.
Interesting.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It was nothing to do with distracting. It was just considered, wearing...
Somebody's mom didn't like it?
Yeah, basically.
Good to know.
So, Hailey, one more question for you, and then we're going to dig into Louise over here.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know, since you've already had a bunch of adventures with your dad, what has been your favorite adventure you've been on so far?
And you can go back as far as you want. If your favorite adventure was the 7-year-old Hailey, that's it. If it's last week, that's it, fine too.
So I want to say one of my favorite adventures. I'm not going to bring up the Bodie one because I already gave that one time to shine. It was probably my first ride 11 years ago to Yogurtland.
Yogurtland, yeah.
That was my first ever ride on the street. I was 4.
I think you were 4
years old.
Yeah, we have a little bit of property, so both kids hop on the bike and we go ride around and do things. And she had told me, hey, Dad, when I graduate from preschool, I want to graduate on a bike. Like, I want you to take me to school on the bike. And I'm like, well, that's decades away. Like, you want me to? Sure, And it was coming up fast. And then when her day was coming, like, oh, dude, like I have to ride you to school. I promised, and I have to, but we should go on a ride first to warm up, So we went to Yogurtland, got some frozen yogurt.
Did you get like the jelly beans on it as well?
Oh man, we loaded up
just everything.
They always get sick.
I love that. That's a big memory for you.
I remember every single minute of that ride. Yeah. I remember looking at the stoplights and saying, "Look, it's green."
She's right in front.
Yeah,
she just snuggled up on the front of my.
I did the same with my nephew, in quotes, on his 3rd birthday. As everyone was arriving to the house for his party, I had him in a bicycle helmet on the tank of my bike, holding onto the handlebars, going up and down the street, and he was waving to the party guests as they were arriving.
That's cool.
And he thought he was the coolest motherfucker in town. Let me tell you,
good stuff.
Good stuff. But I was just like. I felt so great to be able to give him this little gift, but I was really just worried about don't drop him, don't fall off, don't wave with both hands.
It's interesting, the mindset.
It was wrecking to me.
She's fallen asleep in the back of the bike before. And I feel her start to list over. And I go, Hailey, wake up. She's like, I'm only sleeping half my head.
When
I got one eye open.
Years ago, I used to ride with a club, and one of the girls would bring her nephew who was 9, and kids fall asleep on bikes.
Yeah.
And so she had to have the strap system so that when he fell asleep. And so unfortunately for this kid, his biker nickname was Strap On.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And, he was proud of having a biker nickname. I'm like, wait till he's a little bit older. And one day he's going to go, no!
Hailey, thank you for not asking me what that means.
Yeah, it's, you don't want to be named Strap On. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Unless you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Then it's fine.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's scarring. Well, Hailey, I want to keep following your adventure, becoming a new rider, and hopefully, you'll keep up with this as you have new adventures. But if you have one bit of advice for new riders
Or old riders.
yeah, what would it be?
If I could share one piece of advice, it would be that you got to step out of your comfort zone. So things are going to be really, really scary at some times. Sometimes you're going to sit there and think, oh, I cannot do this. I am going to die. This isn't going to happen. And you just got to push yourself through it, because once you get moving, it's easier to keep moving once you're going. It's hard to start and it's hard to stop. Like the rule, an object in motion stays in motion. If you get moving, then it's going to be so much easier than sitting there and looking at it and go, oh, this isn't going to work.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah, sage advice from a 15-year-old. And a great analogy for life as well. You got to keep moving.
Yeah.
I don't know, Shawn. She might be all right.
She might be. Not despite me, not good of me. That's for sure.
I was going to say, I think that sage advice came from her mom's side.
Yeah, absolutely certain of that.
As does the counting.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to count. It won't happen. I'm sorry.
1, 2,
And I didn't want to gloss over the fact that we have Louise here with us. Louise, you're somewhat achieved. You've done some pretty cool stuff.
I've done some cool stuff.
Well, let's talk about first. So what is your role with BMW and with Shawn and his adventures?
So my role is primarily with Shawn. I'm making the pretty face say all the things he needs to say. I suppose that's the easy way of doing it. So I had a 25-year career in the performing arts in theater, and I was getting more into riding and doing lots of trips, and I
just hang on.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say,
we got to hold on here.
You glossed over that.
You can't make a statement like that in this company.
Well, hold on. Before you say anything, I want to use this as an opportunity for us to all take a guess what this performing arts thing was.
What did I do?
And I want to guess what you did. And
fan dancing.
See, I was going to say, what's the not puppeteer, the
marionette?
Puppeteer.
She's doing a thing with
puppeteer.
her hands. Yeah.
Puppeteer.
Puppeteer.
All right, John, what do you think?
Choreographer.
Oh, Zach?
I abstain.
I think she was a stunter.
Say that again, Bagel?
I think she was a stunter.
A stunter.
So,
all right. So.
Well, hang on. Give us a clue. Were you front of curtain or behind curtain?
I'm always behind the scenes.
Okay. Oh. Did you wear headphones?
I did not.
Oh. Did you have a clipboard?
No, not so much with the clipboards.
How many hot glue guns did you operate?
Oh, you're getting closer. Although absolutely nothing I did I ever use hot glue.
You were a set designer.
Fair enough.
Set design? Yes.
I was a costumer.
A constructor.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I spent I spent a lot of years in opera and live theater, and I was a costumer, and I loved everything that I did with that. But 25 years is a long time to do the same thing, and I took a very, very long trip on a motorcycle. When I came back, I'm like, well, you know what? I could do some other things.
She's
too.
doing it again. She's doing it again.
Dude, right? And she's not
No,
a
she's glossing it
costumer.
over.
Yeah.
She's not a costumer. She's the costumer.
So
she's
Nice.
amazing.
being a costumer for opera, a lot of Viking helmets and pigtails and
Yeah, yeah.
armored bras. And,
Like everything is just big in opera. That's the
Yeah.
thing that I loved about. Like the costumes are big and the sets are big and the voices are big, so everything's real big.
okay,
Yeah,
great.
Do you know her?
I don't.
She's a costumer.
Oh,
I know a costumer too.
see, look, and now you know too.
It's amazing the things that y'all can create with nothing.
Yeah.
So
It's
we have
amazing.
we have a joke between the two of us, you know. So I have a degree in theater design and technology, and it actually does involve, you know, like I have some education in running soundboards and you know all that sort of thing. And whenever Shawn and I are talking about something, he's like, "Wait, do you know how to do that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course I do. I have a degree in that." And he's like, "How many degrees do you have?" I'm like, "I just have one." But we had to learn everything. I mean, like literally everything. And I always say that the best thing that I learned from getting my degree was thinking outside the box. So when we come up against a problem and it's like, how are we solving that? I'm like, oh, well, if we just take this and we put this over here, I think we can make this happen. It's like,
So you're MacGyver.
oh, yeah, a little bit.
Such a
But
true
again,
story.
going back to the conversation we had outside, not a massively paying job for all these years, right? And we'll come back to why that's a pertinent question in a little bit. So now we're on to motorbikes. Now you've bared your soul about what you did for a career.
Yeah. So, and about, what was it? I guess 11 years ago or so, I decided to learn to ride a motorcycle so that I could ride to Alaska. There were people who were going off on motorcycle riding trips, and I was staying home and building costumes.
So when you hear Hailey say, "I'm going to go to all 48 states," do you relate?
I am like, oh yeah,
Yes,
she is.
So
So I'm going to try and do a bunch of them too with her.
But from kind of day one, you've been drawn to the long distance stuff.
Yeah, it's the whole reason that I learned to ride.
Right.
Somebody said, "Oh well, God, we were so close to Alaska, we could have just." And I'm like, "Whoa, nobody's going to Alaska without me." And I mean, really, if you guys can ride motorcycles, how hard can it be? So I could probably do it too. So I learned to ride a motorcycle, and I bought a 650 GS because I could almost put my tiptoes on the ground, and I rode to Alaska one summer.
Right.
And
Nice.
and I didn't know how I was going to like it. I didn't know if I was going to like it. And let me tell you, the first day we camped in Utah, and I get up and we break camp, and I get on the bike and put my helmet on. We're riding out of the campground, and the spider runs across the inside of my helmet. And I'm like, oh no. And so I'm sitting there, and my helmet is off, and I'm like, what if I hate this? I've committed to ride my motorcycle to Alaska and camp and do all these things. And what if I just hate this? But by the time I was done with the trip and we're riding back into Denver, I'm like, oh, I want to keep going. I just want to keep going south. But how do I go that way? Because I'm out of time and I'm out of money.
Keep heading into the sunset.
Yeah. So I actually, riding into Denver, I said 5 years. 5 years from now, I go the other direction. And it was 5 years and 2 months later. I just worked like crazy, and you know, I didn't have internet at my house,
and by that
I didn't
time,
eat out very often.
Right.
So I saved my money, and
there you go. So that's what we've had over the years, a lot of long distance travelers on our show, and the feedback we get from our listeners is always, how do you afford it? How do you afford to take 6 months off, to take a year off? And you've kind of just answered it. You lived like a pauper for 5 years to make a 6 month trip.
Yeah, you know, I said, well, I want to do this other thing, so you know, I probably can't do these things, and that's temporary. You know, if I want to do those things when I come back, fine, I can do them again. But so I just really doubled down and saved money as much as I could. I worked all the time, which is not hard to do when you work in the theater. So that was really no problem, and I just, you know, making the commitment and telling people I was making the commitment was really, it made me focus on doing that and achieve that goal. And I also, you know, I worked really hard and thankfully was able to make myself indispensable at work for, you know, like they said, okay, we can bring someone in to cover you for this one season. And I said, I'll be back. I will be back at that, at the end of this. And I would like to have my job back, although I understand that, maybe that's not going to be a thing. So that was actually another thing that I had to do, was say, okay, am I okay with leaving for an entire season and coming back and hoping that I'm going to have my job back, and maybe not.
Right.
The sacrifices all around. And that's a common thing with the people we know who've done this. They made a lot of sacrifices.
So where was trip number 2? So now you're heading south.
Yeah.
Your bike's grown a little bit and grown another cylinder by now.
Yeah. So it grew a second cylinder and another 150 cc's of engine size. So that was pretty good. So now I'm on a 700 GS.
How'd you like that?
It was great. I loved that bike, actually. It's not a favorite bike of a whole lot of people, but it was one that really spoke to me, and I set out and became determined to just ride the wheels off of it. So I put 50,000 miles on it in a little under 2 years, and I rode it to the end of South America and back. And it was 10 and a half months.
And to further stretch the budget, how much rice and beans did you eat?
So, actually, so I grew up in California. I love Mexican food. It's my heart food. In fact, we had some. Oh, and that corn quesadilla was amazing. It's so good. But one of the beauties for me is, as I'm traveling, is eating all of the food that is around me. And I definitely found that, man, if I ate street food, I was good. Everyone's eating street food, and it is good food, and it's inexpensive, and you can eat all of it and enjoy yourself. And that's what I did all the way down to the end of South America and back.
There's always value in, when you are in Rome, one must live as the Romans do. Yeah. And it's part of the adventure of going to foreign places, just absorbing the culture. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this long distance thing. Because it's not only physically tiring, mentally it can be quite tiring. Because when it's just you and the bike, you kind of get into your own head a little bit.
That's a lot of headspace.
It's a lot of headspace. And I'm not saying it cripples me, but I find I get even more peculiar than I normally am when I'm on long distance trips. Because you've got all this headspace and you have a lot of time to think.
Well, and that's part of what sort of made me make that change when I came back. It seems really cliche to say that, going on this great big long trip, changed me, but it did. There's no way of getting around that. It did change my priorities and my thinking and all of that sort of thing. And I had started working in the motorcycle industry alongside costuming while I was, in between trips. And so when I came back, I'm like, I think I want to do some more in this, because what I really love doing is actually working with new riders. That's one of my most favorite things, working with new riders. And I love learning about all the bikes and all the cool stuff. And I like being able to share all of that with other people.
So, it's almost you're an ambassador for the sport now. You're bringing in all these little ducklings who need guidance.
Yeah.
And they get you.
And it's so great to see the look on someone's face when they come in thinking that something is scary or they can't do it, and then all of a sudden they have that moment where they can do it, and the look on their face is it's great. I love that part of it.
Perfect.
Nice.
Nice. Yes.
Well, you just continue to climb like Shawn does. I see you at events, see you out there.
Well, and a big part of that is the partnership that Shawn and I developed in working with his role as BMW brand ambassador. And one of the first things that he had me do was write a script for him. It was about a bike that was coming out, and this was 3.5 or 4 years ago, and I will tell you guys, I only found out a few months ago that apparently when he asked me to write the script, I'm like, look, I need a deadline because I work on deadlines. That's how I, will be able to accomplish this. So he gave me a deadline of, with lots of time left over so that when he got the script from me, he could totally redo
Rewrite
it.
it.
Yeah, because he's like, it's probably going to be crap, and I'm not going to be able to do anything with this. And then he went, oh, wait. She can actually write this stuff.
It's so hard to let go. As I've built this business, it's always been just me.
That's a guy thing. That's a guy thing, Sean.
Maybe so,
Said the high school dropout.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. I was at my wit's end at work. I had so much work, and I needed help. And I asked a good friend of mine, "What do I do? Like, I can't just bring anybody in because you have to have a lot of knowledge in this, and I don't have a lot of money." Like, how am I going to pay? He's like, what you need is an artist. They don't know what they're worth. No, I'm kidding. He didn't say that. But he did, coax me along to giving somebody a go. And I go, well, there's this woman that I hang out with, and I've asked her advice on motorcycle stuff a lot because Hailey was getting into motorcycles, and I wanted Hailey to see from a woman's perspective, some of the various things that I'm not good at doing, So I started to tap Louise among others and asked her to help me out a little bit, thinking that I'm going to ask, but I'm going to have to redo it. I'm like, oh, lo and behold, she's like way better than me at this.
Right. And you were presented with something that, Leno could say.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
So where might people find you? What events or things are you going to be at?
Yeah, I mean, find you in the
you
flesh.
travel a lot.
Yeah.
I ran into you at the airport not too long ago.
So we the last off-road, Louise and I both worked for an off-road school, which will remain nameless. And I had a 5-year non-compete when I left that school. So I wasn't allowed to teach, and which is fine because I had other things to do anyway. And at the end of that 5 years, Louise and I went to a training that was being conducted by somebody that has been doing it for a very long time. And I'm also not going to say who it was.
And we did not go as instructors.
We just went representing BMW,
the brand.
Yeah, just to be there talking about the bikes and the tech. And we watched this training, and we just looked at each other at the end of it and said, that was terrible. Like, this is dangerously bad.
Yeah.
And I said, my non-compete is up this month. And the state of training is atrocious. That's not to say that everybody's is, but this one, who was very reputable and he'd been around a long time, and it was terrible. And we got to do something about this. So we dedicated ourselves to running riding clinics, and we now travel around the country running clinics for BMW dealers. So the dealer hires us, and we spend a day or 2 or 3 running riding clinics, and we're on the road for 7 months this year.
Oh, is this the RV?
The RV,
yeah, with a trailer full of motorcycles. Yeah,
this is the other thing is that we just got sick to death of flying in and training and staying at hotels and flying. Right. I was just silly, and my wife is so chill. She's like, "Hey, man, go out and do what you need to do. Just make sure your part of the bills are paid and come home, every few weeks and say hi to us." I'm like, "Okay, are you sure you're cool with me like traveling around the country with another woman?" She's like, "I don't give a shit. Louise is great."
She's like, "It's just Louise, right?"
Yeah, exactly. And so we're hitting it hard. And then this role with Germany with BMW Worldwide came out, so now we're hitting it hard with that too. So we're I'm flying to Germany next, and then flying straight to Kansas to meet with Louise. We're going to run an event, and then we go to South Dakota, and then we fly back to Germany, and then we go back to South Dakota. We just bounce.
Yeah, so we're also found at rallies around.
Right.
We get to go to some rallies and do some fun things as well. So those are sprinkled in there with the dealer events.
Any rallies you want to state?
Well, we'll be at the BMW MOA rally, which is in Springfield this year, Missouri. And then we will be at the Revzilla Get On ADV Fest in Sturgis.
Yeah.
Right. Beautiful riding out there, like killer off-road riding. There's good stuff.
I bought a KLR and sent it there just to live there to go ride.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to swing back to Hailey. Part of what we do here at the garage is we empower people, and if I teach somebody how to do the simplest task on their bike, like adjust the chain, then they become the perfect instructor for somebody who's never adjusted their chain. So as a newer street rider, do you ever see yourself becoming an instructor like your father and Louise?
This is something that I've actually thought about recently. Because I never thought of myself as a very good teacher. It's just my way of putting words into sentences, my way of showing.
If you just communicate
things.
through text.
Yeah, I think text is your key here. No, you're a very, very good communicator, and I'm a huge advocate because you are a newer rider. There's real value in teaching people who have no experience because it's so relatable and fresh.
Well, just recently when I had been thinking about it, and I had helped some of my friends out with something, and I realized, it actually feels really good to be able to walk away from something and be like, I actually helped that person learn something. And so I think it's something that I might pursue in the future, but I don't know. I just have to see how it goes. I don't really know what's ahead of me.
How about this? How about a nice goal of 2026 GS Trophy competitor?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It could be.
It could be. Well, Emma.
Hello.
We have a package we need to open.
We do have a package.
We received a package.
Okay.
Now,
from a listener. I don't know what's in it.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So you need to open the package and then give me the letter, I believe. It's just quit squeezing the Charmin.
No, it reminds me of a joke.
Oh, no.
It's Darth Vader.
Limerick.
No, this is a great joke. Darth Vader said to Luke Skywalker, he said, Luke, I know what you're getting for Christmas. And Luke said, how did you know that, Vader? He said, I felt your presence. Sorry. Anyway, so...
Okay, I laughed because I like dad jokes.
Oh!
All right, hand me the letter.
There's multiple...
Hand me the letter.
Multiple items.
Hand me the letter.
No, I don't know which is the letter. You just back off, Boogaloo. Oh, here we go. I found the letter.
Yeah, okay.
No, there's multiple. Read letter first. Okay, I got the letter. Read letter. Well, there's two.
Is it the one in the envelope, possibly?
Oh, no, this is the letter.
Yeah, okay. There we go.
Hand me
The
those
one that
back.
says-
Hand me
The
those.
one that says
Letter.
letter in big black letters.
Says it could be fun to read and open these on air, but I'm not sure.
So we definitely need to do that.
All right, Aaron, what have you gotten us into? All right, let's see. I know this is thick. Let's see.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, shoot.
Is
Okay,
that
hold
handwritten,
on.
too?
Misfits, cheers, everyone. You guys all rock. Thanks for all you do. You're all amazing assets to the motorcycle community. Keep up the great work and ride hard. I have a couple things to share with you all. Sorry, not everyone gets a named prize, but you all will have fun with these things, I assure. Liza, your gift, I'm sure you'll have a blast with. Take a peek at these little jewels. I think I know what it is. Louise, can you open this for me? Take a look at these
It's heavy.
little jewels and decide if you want to share them with others or not. I found these looking for pranks to play on some friends and thought you might enjoy it. Let's see. What is in the package? I know what that is.
Nice.
Avert your eyes, Hailey.
So, thank you, Aaron.
They're
So,
They are
willies.
little jewels.
Yeah, they are willies to put on your valve
so these are
stem.
valve stem covers in the shape of a dick and balls. So the funny thing is,
It's a willy.
I bought a set of these and I put them on all of my own bikes that I loaned out to people to ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
If you don't want them, I'll take them.
Oh, you need, yeah. So thank you. I have them in multiple colors because I have the same sense.
Oh,
of
they
humor.
come in other colors too.
All right. Let's see. There's one for Bagel there.
Yeah, Bagel, could I have your permission to open your package, please?
Yes, dear, of course.
Okay.
Bagel won't need too much explanation why this item immediately made me think you needed it. Enjoy
Oh,
and
my.
use it
Ooh.
well.
Bagel, I'm going to hold it up to... It's beautifully wrapped.
All right.
Actually,
Oh, it is
And
right. It
watching
says Bagel
expectantly.
on it.
no, it's wrapped in masking tape. So,
What,
oh,
what is it?
it's a lighter. No.
What? No.
Oh, this is fantastic. It is a bic, but it is a bic of a dinosaur, a T-Rex riding a Vespa
Oh, that is awesome.
across the moonlight.
Well,
I love it.
Bagel, tell you what, I will keep it safe for you. I think we can put it on display on one of these shelves.
And it works, Bagel.
All right, I will pick it up next time I'm down.
All right, and then
It's yours.
And then it says, rest of you misfits, divvy up what is in the white envelopes. I trust you can do this fairly. I find these handy to keep at hand in my tank bags. Oh, let's see. What do we got here? Thank you very much, Aaron. What is it?
Okay,
Emma? What is it?
I'm going to get a teenager
Wait.
to read that one. So this is a little note you put in someone's windshield.
Oh.
Okay. My grandmother parks better than you, and she's blind, armless, and dead.
Brutal.
Oh, I get it. All right,
Brutal,
John, what'd you
brutal.
get? What'd you get, John?
Mine says, the way you pulled in makes me wish your dad pulled out.
Oh, nasty business.
Wow.
Oh, okay. So these are fun cards.
These are great.
Wow, this really sounds like the type of things Hailey could grow into doing, writing cards.
I might look into that.
Yeah, there's a card team.
Yet another possible future.
I am trying to find another one suitable for a teenager to read, but there are none.
You might want to check your steering wheel for shit because it looks like your car was parked by an asshole.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, okay. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna have fun with these.
No, these are great.
Wow, thank you, Aaron. That was really awesome.
Thanks, Aaron.
Also,
Recording stopped.
oh,
sorry.
Well, you hit a button.
I hit a
John.
button. Sorry.
You hit a button. Also, hey, another announcement. Just a reminder: we have T-shirts for sale. I don't know if you guys have seen the new design. It's got a really cool Evil Knievel wheelie.
Nice.
And doing a wheelie, motorcycles and misfits shirts. They're sure to get attention. You know, the best place to wear motorcycle shirts or any motorcycle gathering. Like, you have to wear a motorcycle shirt there.
And
right?
I feel like you can wear a motorcycle shirt anywhere. Like anywhere.
Oh, I know, but you know, it's that special shirt when you're going to an event.
Yeah.
So if you
Actually, the best place to wear a motorcycles and misfit shirt?
yeah,
Weddings, funerals, bat mitzvahs.
shower.
Yes, in the shower while eating pizza.
Coronations.
Yeah, all the things.
So if you like a shirt, you can go to motorcyclesandmisfits.com, hit on the shop, and you'll find it there.
For your
We
next
have-
wedding suit.
We have time to read a couple emails. Bagel, did you get the one I sent you?
I did.
All right, just get that ready. I'm going to start with mine because it is short. You guys remember last week we had somebody email us and ask us if we could give them a nickname?
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
Yep.
Do you remember that nickname?
Knock, knock, right?
No? Okay, this will refresh your memory. He goes, hey, Misfits, it's Narnar.
Oh, close.
And I just wanted to tell you some more juicy info about me. I'm 14 and from Columbus, Missouri. I'm in love with supermotos, so I know I'll make Lucas proud. And my up-the-butt bike is a DRZ 450 supermoto.
Okay.
Now, for those in the room who don't know what an up-the-butt bike is,
Do tell.
up-the-butt bike is a bike that you look at and go, oh, I'd take it up the butt for that. And everybody has
Okay,
one.
all right. And,
Sorry,
and what
Haley.
was Narnar's? What was Narnar's bike?
DRZ 450 supermoto.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's a good one. Emma, you have an email to read there?
I do. This is from Joe Troy. Howdy, Misfits. Joe from Georgia here. Previously out of the Midwest. I figured I'd
I'm
get...
sorry.
Yes?
Where's the accent?
He's got an English accent. I figure I'd get my money's worth out of this Patreon thing by sending you guys another email to read to all the unfortunate listeners. Well, they're fortunate, darling. Anyway, I recently took a wonderful trip with a few motorcycle buddies up the tail of the dragon in Robbinsville, Tennessee.
There it is.
Let me tell you, if you have never been, it is the most amazing road I've ever been on. And I've ridden at least 3 or 4 roads. Anyway, I took a sweet picture up there and presented the podcast and represented the podcast on the East Coast.
Nice.
And he's got in brackets, listeners, imagine a very attractive young man wearing motorcycle regalia. He has on a Misfits shirt, and behind him lay the gorgeous geological formations called mountains. Well, you know, Joe, we're very, very fortunate because describing yourself as a very attractive young man, sitting next to me is a young female teenager who I feel will be the arbiter of that.
Don't show me the picture.
What do you think?
I don't feel like answering this question.
There you go.
There you go. Good answer.
Joe, I think that answers your question, Joe. No, actually, Joe is a very nice-looking fellow. Look how happy he looks. Is he a weirdie with a beardy? No, he is. Do you think he's got a beard, or is that the shadow of his chin?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
I can't get past how good he looks in that Motorcycles and Misfits t-shirt.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Thanks for sporting it.
And he's got a lovely smile.
Yeah.
Anyway, question time now. I'm getting to the point in my life where one motorcycle isn't enough. Oh, you got there quickly enough. I have no wife to tell me no, so my bank account is currently quivering. Already got the Holy Grail bike trail for me, so he's got a 19 Yamaha MT-09, which is a great bike, and live about an hour from the mountain twisties and dirt roads. I have several friends getting into the mini moto racing. My question is to the Misfits, is what bike could I buy to complement my MT? I am swinging towards a Grom, a sweet 150cc scooter, and he's love and kisses to you, Bagel. No, don't get a scooter, darling. They're death traps. Oh. Or something to dual sport to wheelie and subsequently crash in the dirt. I wouldn't know anyone on the podcast who hasn't done that last one, though. I'm trying to keep it under 5K and keeping an open mind, so send your suggestions my way. 5K is a decent enough budget.
Yeah. What do the 310s go for?
They're about $5,000.
There you go.
Right in that range.
Get a 310. They're great.
5 to 6, yeah.
Anyway, Misfits, keep the rubber side down, and thank you for continuing your amazing podcast. With love, Joe. P.S. When is Emma's burlesque show coming to Atlanta? If I brought my burlesque show to Atlanta, you would have to pay the bail money, Joe.
We recently had an event in the parking lot that also had a burlesque show at night.
Yeah, it's perfect.
In the parking lot, and Emma was the MC.
I was indeed the MC.
I need to attend the next one.
Yeah, you do.
That's good stuff.
Well, you don't even know. You guys might want to steal this one. So we hosted the Numbnuts Challenge, and the Numbnuts Challenge was $1,000 cash prize to whoever could sit on their bike the longest.
Oh.
And we had a whole bunch of us holed up in the parking lot, and you had to sleep on the bike, eat on the bike.
Middle of winter.
So let me ask you, Shawn, in a parking lot with, you can load up on the bike things you will need, but nothing more than what you could fit on for a normal trip, right? So you can't put a piece of plywood on there, right? How long do you think you could sit on a static bike? You can get off to take bathroom breaks every 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
So how long do you think you could last?
I don't think it'd be long. I'm pretty delicate.
Yeah, he's not kidding.
A delicate flower.
I'm a delicate flower.
Well, you're the long distance one, Louise. How long do you think you could last?
I don't know.
You remember it's stationary, though.
It's stationary. Mm-hmm. But like I can sort of move around on the bike. Right? Yeah. I feel like I could do that for quite a while.
What's quite a while?
No, like
24 hours?
I think I could do 24 hours.
You're up for the next one?
I would hate it though. I would actually mentally I wouldn't be able to get to that point.
I thought I could do 36.
Yeah? How'd you do?
Well, but there were challenges and I forgot I was in one of the challenges and I stopped doing what we were doing in the challenge because I was setting up the light for the burlesque show from my bike.
Yeah.
I know. But no, it didn't fare well. One of the people had the bright idea to strap himself onto the bike.
Was that strap on?
No, no.
Oh, different person.
But he's like, I'm going to lay down on my bike and just ratchet myself on so I don't fall off. But he ended up rolling over and just pulling the bike over with him. Yeah.
Shenanigans.
And everyone else was miserable. But it was a fun event.
No way.
And it just, I think this is a fun thing to do. Like, how long can people sit in a parking lot on a bike?
And it was the middle of winter.
And so we set up a burlesque show for them to watch.
Fantastic.
That's nice. Entertainment is good. It takes your mind off.
But it 2:00 in the morning. It's very cold and very lonely and...
We got so off track. Did we answer his question? What kind of bike? So a 310 would be a great bike.
Buy a 310, they're great.
They are a lot of fun.
Yeah, Hailey, but you love the Grom too, didn't you?
I love the Grom, but I also love the 310.
Yeah.
Well, I'm buying a Benelli 135
Yes.
with big blocks on it,
Yum.
just for doing stupid stuff. So-
Actually, Sean, you'll know because I couldn't remember. Are the 310s made in India or Indonesia?
They're made in India.
They are made in India.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but every time one appears in my shop, I'm always very tickled about how well they're made.
That was my first impression of them. I wrote it back before it was released, and it's just a very robust motorcycle. That's the thing I don't like about most small bore bikes is they're very spindly.
Yes,
and they don't feel like they can hold together, and that thing is burly.
No,
it's still light, but it's burly.
I had a little GS in a couple of weeks ago, and the guy just loaded it up with all kinds of accessories, electrical stuff. And I'm like, this is really well made.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Emma,
sorry,
we're almost out of time.
Oh,
Sean, you got an email to read?
I do. This is from John Webb.
Yes.
And
hey, Johnny.
Hey. This is in reply to the motorcycle company naming challenge from last week's episode.
Oh, yes. We asked people if you come up with a name and a model, what would it be?
That I won.
Yeah. So,
I'm not quite sure yet about the name of my company, but I do have my first prototype. This model will be a dual sport bike, very similar to a KLR, aimed at the older demographic. Its most prominent feature will be a solid wood extended loop behind the seat. This will be used as a payload support and will extend at least 18 inches beyond the rear tire. Will measure 2 inches thick and 6 inches wide, with the end being rounded. This is the Pops sickle. It has a link. Of course, we can't watch it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jay Webb.
You know, the link, I clicked on it.
Yep.
It was the music goes. Burr, 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 burr. I think we have time for
stick for your bike.
I think we have time for one more. Bagel, you got a great one there.
Bagler.
I do. I have an email from Mike Williams, and he writes, "Greetings to Bagel. A few months ago, I wrote to you asking for some advice for my wife who was interested in becoming a scooterist. You suggested getting a 125cc bike to learn on and offered several options to consider. Based on your advice, she purchased a Lance Cali Classic 125 because of its Vespa-like look.
Nice.
Afterwards, she took the MSF class at a local Harley dealership on a Street 750. She enjoyed the class, but said it definitely confirmed for her that she prefers scooters. Last week, after she took her certificate in and got her license, as soon as she became an official rider, she went on a quick ride to celebrate. Thanks for your advice and encouragement. We are looking forward to all the places we are going to be able to explore together this summer.
Oh, that's
Happy riding,
great.
Mike." And P.S., thanks to Liza and Knock for designing and sending out the T-shirts. Wearing mine here in Missouri with pride.
Look how happy they are.
I know, right?
What a lovely couple.
Well, we need to wrap up, but before we do, we got a couple more announcements. John,
Yes.
you got an announcement?
Yeah, a couple announcements. So we just posted the video for the One Moto Show. So go check that out on YouTube.
The number 2, part
number
2.
2, part 2. And I'm just finishing up the video from the Quail. So that should be out midweek at the latest. So it's ready to go. And follow our social media. Hey, Instagram, Facebook are our main channels. And jump on those and follow us and like and share and tell all your friends. And let's build this community.
And also, you have one more week here until you head off on your adventure.
I am. 1 week to go. So headed to Pakistan in a week.
Awesome.
And,
that is awesome.
So looking forward to getting on the road. It's like I'm in the middle of that. Like I'm starting to focus now. Like okay, I got to go now. I got to do this. I'm already charging everything up, and so I'm sort of in that mode now. So it's good. I'm excited. So excited it's here now.
Nice.
Get all the things together.
Yeah.
Well, and also big thanks to Zach for joining us.
Yes.
It's like, getting the band back together.
Love to be back again. Yeah.
I know. Well, Zach, we're going to wrap up. You're going to help me out with this. And also, hey, big thanks to Shawn, Hailey, and Louise for coming by, sharing your story. And success. I hope you guys have a lot of success with the podcast. There's always room for more.
Hey, there's always room for more.
It won't be better than this, I promise.
It will not.
Oh, but you guys have
this
some
is such a good time.
ins to some great stories. I know you do.
We'll give it a go.
Yeah, you
We'll
know
make
how
you
to
proud.
find them. And also big thanks to not just our listeners, but to our Patreon supporters for allowing us to be able to give away money and do cool, fun stuff. So much more events coming on. You're going to Pakistan. I'm going to be going to Americade soon.
And don't forget, Kat and Emma's Alpine Adventure.
Kat,
that's
yeah,
right.
she's leading a group in the Dolomites.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know.
On BMWs,
Yes,
of course.
it is.
Fantastic.
So yeah, big thanks to everyone. Zach, can you tell people how they can find us?
Do you want me to do the old style, or do you want?
yes.
Do you want to modify it?
Modify it.
To what?
Whatever you want.
Whatever I want. I'll do the old style.
Okay, do old style.
All right. You can find us online at motorcyclesandmisfits.com, on Facebook at Recycle Santa Cruz. Send us an email at recyclemotorcyclegarage@gmail.com, and you can call and leave us a voicemail at
That number's
the
gone.
number that's gone.
555-1234.
Which is fine because I honestly never memorized the number, so I do not know what it was.
I know. No,
831-291
5112, something like that.
Yes, call
5112,
me
yeah.
on the Monte Carlo number, darling. It's 123
Well-
456 78910.
And Zach, hopefully you'll come back in December for our wait for this 500th episode party.
Oh, yeah.
Can you believe
That's
that?
the plan. That's the plan.
Yeah, December
Nice.
3rd. And hey, you guys have an invite to come out
you.
there too.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's going to be up at Moto Talbot Museum in
Nice.
Carmel Valley.
I sold that guy a bike a long time ago.
Yeah?
Talbot, yeah.
Yeah, Rob's really cool. We love him.
Sweet stuff.
So I think we're ready to get out of here. Thank you guys for sharing your stories.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Thanks, everyone. This is Liza.
I am Zach.
I'm Louise.
Stumpy John.
Emma, darling.
Hailey Thomas.
Shawn Thomas.
Bagel.
And we are out of here.
Cool.
Ooh, did anybody see the video of the cops tasering a motorcyclist on the ground at the gas station, and then the guy caught on fire? And ran off?
What?
I'll see if I can find it. The poor guy's running off
What,
on
like
fire.
Ghost
And the
Rider?
cop's body cam is going to his trunk and grabs the fire extinguisher.